Agora, gente, bora os Jogos. Ato 3. Aparentemente esse ato é mais curto.
Grace, I'm sorry. I know what Freddie meant to you.
Devia ter sido eu.
It should have been me, not her. This was my fight, my problem. I'm already slated to die if anyone paid the price.
And repeat history? Would you rather have died there, passing your eidolon onto Freddie instead? Freddie gave you a chance. Grace, is that what happened to Calliope? Was she attacked by the Furies as you were?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
The Furies. Sent by the same person, I imagine.
Sim, Athena.
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling.
Aí tá no lugar errado.
I still don't understand why.
Pronto.
Well, apparently she wanted to speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The Fates are primordial beings, like the Furies. They're said to control destiny. Perhaps Calliope wished to know her destiny. Or change it. I'm not sure.
Can these fates really control the future?
They're tied into fate, as I am. Perhaps they're even where my power stems from, or how Hecate's books are written.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with that.
Or you, apparently.
Could it
Fala,
have been
vamos
the
mandar,
fates?
vamos mandar.
Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
I doubt it. If they didn't want to answer the mayor, I'm certain they simply wouldn't.
Porque toda vez que eu vejo um edit de Witcher, eu começo a jogar a trilogia de novo. Me diz, porque o jogo é bom, vai fazer o quê?
Who could send the Furies after me?
Baixando The Witcher.
Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
Cara, The
in our
Witcher é uma coisa
prime,
tão...
none of the idols had the Furies at our beck and call. I mean, perhaps Zeus, but he's long gone. I honestly
Masterpiece,
didn't
né?
know the Furies
Tô louco
still
pra jogar The
existed.
Witcher 4.
Clearly someone can do it.
I mean, unless they weren't sent, unless they were responding to something else, something you'd done unwittingly. I'm sorry, I'm afraid your guess is as good as mine.
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddie and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They're enforcers of the old laws. I imagine they decided the debt was paid, whatever it was, when blood was spilled. The blood didn't have to be yours.
So if Freddie hadn't interfered...
Then they would have come after you. And they wouldn't have stopped until they were through. Not ever.
Acabei de ver o melhor edit de Tucson. Eu queria morar em Tucson. Ô, Tucson é bonito mesmo. Nossa, que lugar bonito. Eu vou abrir um vinhedo e morar com a Ciri e a Yennefer. E o Regis, meu amigo do peito. O Geralt, você não quer morar com ele.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
They're not. Hecate called them embodiments of retribution, and I suppose that's the best description. They go back to... well, the time before my memory. I was once told they were created to enforce the most ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Decrees one couldn't break, written in blood. Laws even idols abided by, in the days of old Olympus. But those surely died with Zeus. Even if they hadn't, you can't have broken any. They're not easy to overlook.
Vamos celebrar todo ano a morte de Vesemir. E vou colocar um prego na bunda do Lambert.
I
O
don't
Lambert é bom,
know
eu gosto
what
muito
to
do Lambert.
do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
Why not ask them? You too have caused quite the stir. Hecate is beside herself, and Athena is out of her mind. Well done.
How long have you been listening?
Long enough to know that you need another way to speak to the Fates, unless you're planning on trying the reliquary again.
No, not a chance. We'll find the truth on our own, Persephone.
If you sent Grace to wander about looking for Calliope's memories, you're already out of options.
Mas me explica porque o Lambert usa um martelo, você sabe? Ixi, mas não lembro não. Nem ideia.
Wait, what's this about some other way? What are you talking about, Persephone?
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. So your promise to help Grace was an empty one? Step up, for once, and do what she needs you to do. Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with
Para
the
de
Fates.
medo, para de medo, Apolo. Vambora.
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and, overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
Porque aquela cicatriz na cara dele foi porque ele não conseguiu passar pela armadura de um soldado de Teméria. O livro fala que ele mentiu pra todos dizendo que foi uma cocatriz. Só pra não passar vergonha, porque ele tava bêbado. Eu acho que não cheguei nessa parte no livro ainda não, mano. Nem lembro dessa história.
So if we go to Hades and, find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into, exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Is there really no other way to talk to these Fates? Do we have to take the nuclear option?
Do you want to try going back to the reliquary?
No. No, hell no.
The only other person with a direct connection to the Fates is Apollo here.
You know it doesn't work like that.
Then it's the throne or nothing, isn't it?
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
Vambora.
But you came here to help, right?
And I came here to help.
What's another crazy plan, right?
Grace,
I know, but there's no point in stopping now, is there?
I can't. I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
And consider this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies, according to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Wait, what? You said Hades was empty.
Your friend may, in fact, be the first new soul to enter its halls in many years.
And thus could leave it. Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
Então vamos.
If that's what you prefer, by all means.
It's fine, Hermes. Get this
Ué,
over
mas
with.
acabou com o Matheus já, ué. Eu falei. Eu já tava jogando com o Matheus desde as 9, só que o Matheus teve que sair, ué. Eu falei que eu ia começar daqui a pouco.
Shall I
Depois daqui a
wait
pouco,
here,
depois daquela hora.
or-
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
Oh, this is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
Freddy's dead, Hermes.
What? When did that happen?
She was killed by the Furies. That means she's in Hades. Probably. I have to try to find her there. You're her friend too. I know you wouldn't want to abandon her.
Okay. Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember,
Cara, o Hermes é muito fofo.
the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules.
Aí pra onde, Ianca?
Let's go.
Esse não é curtinho, Ianca, parece, viu?
Welcome to the real underworld.
Wow. It feels so empty. So lonely.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter. A bitter shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'll be waiting for us.
Que horas que vai ser? Que horas você vai chegar em casa? Que horas você vai chegar em casa?
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
That's
Ela
what you're
vai
here
fazer
for.
compromisso que você não quer
I'm gonna
participar, ué.
Oh, you'll see.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
Come. It's time to cross
Para,
the
você começa a falar não pras coisas, ué. Fala assim, eu não consigo, gente. Pronto, acabou. E acaba assim, e aí isso é a DLC, porque Orpheus é a DLC, né?
The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
Péssimo comprometimento. Ah, parece com o de Hades mesmo, olha.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Kore Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
Hey there. I'm Grace, idol and last of the muses. Is that enough?
Of course she's a muse. Why would she lie about such a thing? He says he's always liked the muses and that you're very pretty.
É que ele conhece igualzinho do Hades.
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone. Stop asking.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him. See? You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging him. Let's get underway, Corone. It's a long ride to the throne room.
Vambora. Vamos cantar agora? Meu olho brilhou, hein?
I wouldn't touch that. Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story. Every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger, tears in my eyes, then suddenly found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
Really is dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
It wasn't your fault. There was no right or wrong. It wasn't your fault. You didn't belong. If my life was stolen, I wouldn't know where to turn. Candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
Ele é Orfeus? É.
There's music floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
You
coming.
better be ready.
A wolf is waiting in the tomb.
He's a master of his
Someone's
craft.
coming.
We have to take
I
back
can feel them howling at the
what is
moon.
mine.
Forget where we
Pior que a voz dele não me é estranha, viu?
Name here
I won't forget,
that
but
reeks
you
of
can bet he knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
I have been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long. And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way. Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Benny. Welcome to my underworld. Let me treat you to a song, a welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse, any requests? Questions?
What's your problem with Persephone?
Do, 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 loop it. Do, do, do. I didn't do what I was told, didn't know that it was all a game. I didn't think that he would do it. Then Eurydice was gone. And Persephone, you stood right beside him and said, what a shame. He was always gonna kill her and you knew it. And I never got to have my revenge. My pain never ends. I see you now. Persephone won't turn my back. Won't turn my back. Turn my back on you again.
O cara canta bem, viu?
It wasn't your fault. How are you to react? It wasn't your fault. Now there's no turning back. If my love was taken, I wouldn't know where to turn. Your candle is
Calma, Morfeu é o cara que toca em Hades.
This tete-a-tete is over. If
É, não é?
he's the victim, what am I?
Queen, let's not lose our composure. The muse understands.
Well, I won't comply. I'd rather die.
É o cara que canta lá em Hades, não
I
é?
have nothing.
É o que fica com a harpinha dele assim, ó.
Dark and empty hole, wanting something to fill a shallow soul. I am the king of constant sorrow with a throne room.
It's not your throne, Orpheus.
It will be until you admit you were wrong.
I wouldn't go there. It's too much for you, and I'm not sorry for your mistake.
Eu acho que é.
Orpheus, you could stop this song now, or better yet, we could work this all out. There's a new day coming.
That would require Persephone to listen, would it not?
I've heard enough.
Deixa o Orfeus falar.
New day, dear muse.
Deixa o Orfeus falar.
If it isn't your fault, who do I blame? I've become a shadow, almost forgotten my name.
É isso mesmo? Sabia que esse nome não era estranho.
No, I don't know where to turn.
The candle is
Era o músico, assim.
finished. It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn.
Nenhum dos dois tá certo, foda-se.
You didn't do what you were told, but you won't face the fact that you're to blame. Persephone, you blew it. You must understand each other by now. All of this is getting kinda old. What a shame. There's the door, walk through it.
But I never got to have my revenge.
Ele virou bem roqueiro, né?
Never ends.
E canta muito.
Orpheus, I promise you now, belatedly, I won't
back on you again.
Pronto, resolvi todos os problemas.
We have been fools.
You're right. Yet, what about the throne? We can't just leave it empty, can we?
Assunto pra você.
All that going around in circles, digging up old wounds, and for what? So you can fight over a chair. There.
You dare. What gives you the right to interfere in this manner? That throne was not yours to break.
Look around you, Persephone. Hades is empty. That chair you wanted so badly, it doesn't matter anymore.
It mattered to me. I paid for that throne with tears and blood, Grace. With years of humiliation you know nothing about. I thought we could help each other, but no, you would rather lecture me. So what's your plan now, Grace? I assume you must have one after that big demonstration.
My plan? It's exactly the same as it was before.
You've lost me.
Come on, Persephone. Do you really expect me to believe you just showed up at my apartment eager to help? You wanted to do this, but you couldn't. You needed to convince me, to convince Apollo, to convince Hermes to help you. And for that, you'd say anything, right? You'd tell us there was a way to contact the fates.
Which there never was. You're correct.
Tá vendo?
And Freddy?
If the throne alone could bring somebody back from the dead, surely even Orpheus would have figured it out.
I should have realized it sooner, before we ever came here. I guess neither of us is as smart as we think we are.
And neither of us will get what we want today.
As opposed to your original plan, where that would have only been me.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Conquista. Destruidora do trono de Hades. Ela, ó.
Hey.
Freddy, you're here.
Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
You shouldn't even have been there. I never should have gotten you involved.
Hey, no. You didn't get me involved. I got myself involved.
And look what happened.
Ai, a Yanka me enganou muito, essa filha da puta do caralho, mano.
How cool is that?
This isn't a story, Fred.
Huh? You're wrong. It is a story. And you need to finish it. Without me. Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
Coisa foda, viu? Foda demais.
Calliope?
Não é a Calliope. Não deve ser a Calliope, né? Deve ser
Can't be real. Your
o
soul is
corpo
inside
verdadeiro.
Grace. I
My
just don't...
eidolon is inside Grace.
Era a Calliope mesmo.
The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true,
Bonitinho.
then...
The eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But what about the memories?
The memories are but a reflection. And after the eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. That's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you? No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
You don't mean to say that Apollo is responsible for your death, right? But his prophecy is.
Yes. It said I needed to die.
Someone else knew about the prophecy. Athena.
Nossa, chocante, hein?
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the
Que
reliquary.
chocante.
I barely escaped. I
Nossa.
fled back to the mortal world.
Nem passou da minha cabeça, velho, que seria a Atena desde a primeira vez que eu vi ela.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a
Eu sou
prophecy
detetive,
to
gente, não tem
Athena?
como, não tem como.
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn.
Ele é mó babaca, a primeira vez que ela apareceu eu já sabia que era ela. Eu botei o olho nela e falei assim, foi ela.
I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
Eu falei no ato 1.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
It doesn't just involve you, does it? It involves me. It must, or you wouldn't hesitate.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but...
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh. Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
Why come to me?
Ele sim,
Of
você
all
não
the
tá me
places
ajudando,
you
né?
could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
You don't?
You didn't ask for all this to happen. You did the best you could, Calliope.
Thank you for saying that, Grace. Truly.
Athena vai pagar, eu queria responder isso.
Do you blame Athena for what she did?
She wanted to save the idols. And I wanted that too.
Well, I blame her. And Apollo for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
I have to go back. And I have no idea what will happen. None of this seems real.
Música! Aê! Aê!
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go.
I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go.
It's time to
Will I know where to go without you to guide the way across the storming seas? I've had a compass bright and clear. Listen to me when I say, whatever path from which you think you strayed, you will find your way. But it's time to go. It's time to go. If I could bring you back, I would give it all to you, my best friend. If I could choose a muse.
E meu amigo, hoje começou foi cedo, foi.
Would give up godhood to
Não sei, calma, calma. Cacete, mano, vai tomar no cu desse jogo desgraçado, filha da puta do caralho. Vai tomar no cu, desgraça. Cu, buceta, pinto, rola. Mano, eu não sei, velho. Mano, que inferno, velho. Mano, na moral, velho. Alguém vai morrer. Nossa, que inferno, velho. Que jogo desgraçado, filha da puta, velho. Nossa. Cara, eu não tô acreditando nisso. Eu acho que vou ter que dar tchau e benção pra ela, né, gente? Eu não quero morrer. Eu não quero morrer. Eu não quero morrer. Nossa, que merda, velho. Ela escolheu, né? Tchau e benção, tchau.
Grace, I know that this is hard, but I made a choice for my part. Rolled a lot of 20s, but it's time.
Mas você terminou com a Fred? Você deu sua vida? Ah, eu não morreria. Ah, já era então. Você não mentiu pra mim. Ah, foda-se, mano. A gente tem que ver com nossas escolhas, entendeu? A gente tem que ver com nossas escolhas.
You've returned. And I see Freddy isn't with you. I'm so sorry, Grace. Did you at least get to speak
Ah, mano, a
to
gente
the
só se viu
Fates?
uma vez, né?
No.
Then
Ela quis
what
morrer?
happened?
Eu não, meu. Eu tinha que largar de ser Deus. Eu quero ser Deus. A minha liberdade não é tão verde assim. Eu não sou, mano. Eu sou azul. Eu sou a pessoa que pensa com a cabeça. Eu falei.
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It
could...
doesn't work like
Hoje tem
that.
solo leveling em
The Eidolon is
Minecraft.
only a part
Ah,
of
não,
an
pô.
idol.
Xingaram os
The
atores.
rest just...
Calliope
Isso, tá
told
assistindo
us
solo
what
leveling.
happened. The prophecy, how you warned her, how you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Vai lá, Yanka. Bom rolê pra você aí, que você deve estar muito animada. Reação o tempo todo. Não vou ler. Resistir à tentação.
You were trying to protect me, right? You didn't want me to share Calliope's fate?
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Then it's done. You're locked into it.
Isn't the prophecy open to interpretation? Couldn't you be wrong about how it ends?
When am I not wrong, Grace?
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at. I don't know how this will affect
Ela
your
falou muito
trial.
bundão, o que é isso?
We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. But if she believes you need to die in order to save the idols, if she truly believes that, it won't matter what anyone says.
Does there still need to be a trial? If we go to Athena privately, maybe we could work out some kind of deal.
She won't make a deal. All that will afford her is a chance to kill you before the trial.
She tried that once already.
And your friend died as a result. No, it's a clever thought, but Athena needs to be challenged in front of everyone. When you go to the trial, I'll back your play, up to and including overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
Perdi a Fred. Vamos ver, a sensação de não saber, também gosto, mano. Também gosto, é muito bom. É tipo você assistir One Piece sabendo o final. De vez em quando aparecer spoiler do manhwa no meu face já. Ah tá, às vezes aparece spoiler. Cara, então assim, eu gostei muito de ler One Piece. Só que assim, aí tira um pouco da magia pra mim do anime, entendeu? Apesar do anime, a animação ser bem legal, tira um pouco da magia, cara. Isso que é foda. Há um tempo que eu não leio One Piece, eu tô atrasado. Tá ruim demais? Tá demais boa a animação, você tá louco. A animação tá sensacional. A animação tá muito boa. Eu fiz a mesma coisa de Orfeu. Fui subir no submundo pra trazer a Fred de volta, mas era uma mentira. Não havia como trazê-la de volta e além disso, Fred não queria. Era a escolha de sacrificar, disse ela. E não estava aceitando isso de volta. Pelo menos pude me despedir. Senti muito falta dela. O novo plano é o seguinte. Eu entro no Hades com Perséfone, sim, verdadeiro submundo, e a Terra dos Mortos. E nós retomamos o seu trono. Isso nos permitirá não apenas falar com as moiras e descobrir o que Calliope queria com elas, mas também trazer a Fred de volta. Parece ótimo desde que eu possa confiar em Perséfone. Ela meio que apareceu de novo para fazer essa sugestão. A Paula está muito desconfiado. Acho que veremos. Quanto ao que aprendemos no submundo, caramba, Calliope estava lá. Acho que a alma dela e o Eidolon são coisas separadas. O que nem mesmo Perséfone sabia. O importante é que Calliope estava lá e eu pude falar com ela. Ela nos contou tudo. Era Athena. Ela recebeu uma profecia do Apolo para salvar os ídolos e por isso convocou as fúrias. Ela pode fazer isso para matar Calliope, para tentar impedir que isso acontecesse. Os ídolos não podem continuar enquanto a última musa viver. Eu me tornei a última musa após a morte de Calliope. E agora Athena quer me matar para manter os ídolos seguros. Isso é enorme. Apolo nos revelou que Hermes lhe deveu um favor, ao que eu roubasse 50 vacas, para perguntar se poderia levar Perséfone e eu para Hades. Hermes concordou, mesmo sabendo que era contra as regras e que isso poderia trazer problemas. Hermes é simplesmente incrível. Ele sabia. Apolo sabia quem era assassino o tempo todo. Athena foi até ele para pedir uma profecia sobre como salvar os ídolos e ele deu a ela. Mas isso não faz sentido. Se Apolo sabia da profecia, por que ele pediu a Athena de me matar logo de início? Por que ele me ajudou? Calá eu pedisse que ele está mentindo para me proteger, para evitar que eu compartilhe o destino dela. Mas agora eu conheço a profecia, então seja o que for, estou presa a ela. Todas as mentiras de Apolo foram em vão. Acho que vamos ter uma conversa muito séria quando eu voltar. Tentei conversar com Apolo quando voltei, mas para o apartamento e lhe dar o benefício da dúvida. Mas não foi muito longe. Ele basicamente admitiu tudo que Carlyle pedisse e foi embora depois de um monte de desculpas. Se eu quiser ter uma discussão real sobre ele, terá que ser na sua casa na praia.